buying moving lights for your space for the first time and you haven't worked with them before, it's really important to remember what you need those moving lights to do. Obviously, moving lights come with a bunch of different features, and depending on what you want it to do is going to dictate some of the choices you make as far as what the fixtures have in them. If you're hanging a moving light in a front of house position, for example, to use them as face light or to light up some architecture in the front of the theater, you need to remember that you're probably going to want a fixture that's got framing shutters. Another thing that's really good if you haven't worked with them before is to actually get some in and try them out. So if you have a production house or a rental house nearby, or even another theater or another church that has moving lights, it's worth going in and looking at them, or even better, if you can get them into your space, to bring them into your space and to try to use them on a few shows. They can be really complicated at first, so it's really good to kind of test the waters and figure out what kind of moving light works for you. There's usually a little bit of sticker shock. When you think about it, it's a fairly complex piece of equipment. It's got a lot of motors and a lot of different functions in it, and those functions do drive the price, which is another really great reason to try before you buy. Either through rentals or through demos, it's a great way to see what a moving light can do and if it works for your space. It's also worth considering that depending on what you decide to go with and what you have for a control console, you may find that you actually need to upgrade the control console as well, because all of the parameters on a moving light can be a bit overwhelming if you don't have a control console that's set up to work with a moving light. Being able to record things like color palettes and focus palettes make your workflow a whole lot easier and a whole lot faster when you're in technical rehearsals to have those on a console. So don't forget to check to make sure you have a lighting controller that works well with moving lights. Moving lights have a lot of different parameters, and it does take a little more time to program those. It takes a lot of pre-planning to make sure you have presets and palettes where you need them, so that as you're doing your tech process, you can call those back really quickly. So making sure you allow for enough programming time to give yourself the best opportunity to be successful